Hey, what's up everybody? It's Joel, aka The Daily Guru, and I'm back for another edition of Something Old, Something New. Today for Something Old, we're not gonna go too old, but moderately old. We're gonna go back to the era of the beginning of gangster rap. While artists like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg may have been taking the mainstream, the reality is some of the best rap music of the early 1990s came out of the underground, and there's no better representation of that than the Pharcyde and their 1992 album, Bizarre Ride to the Pharcyde. The Pharcyde made music like nobody else was making. They took the neo-psychedelic sound, they took funk, they took blues, you name it, they were gonna find a way to make it into hip-hop. Because they were infusing so many different elements, making such exciting sounds, there's no question that the Pharcyde's Bizarre Ride to the Pharcyde is one of the most outright fun rap records ever recorded. It still holds its own, it's still just as enjoyable today as it was almost 20 years ago. The rhymes by the MCs are absolutely fantastic in two ways. First off, the chemistry between them is undeniable. They're trading verses, they're passing lyrics, they're playing off of one another perfectly all across the album. A lot of the time, it sounds like they're almost just improvising in the studio, which may be possible, and the song still turns out fantastic. Whether they're making up a song about the fact that their drug dealer is on the way, whether they're talking about each other's moms, or whether they're talking about the fact that one of them went on a date with a girl that was actually a guy, these songs are always original, they're always fun, they are some of the coolest songs ever written in the history of hip-hop. The fact that they have so much diversity within their lyrical content shows you how talented they were as writers and how far above and beyond their peers they were. One of the other really great things about this album is the fact that in that era, it was everybody turning up the bass and you just had that thump every other beat, where the Pharcyde make it a complete sonic landscape. It's more inviting, it's more captivating, it's more original, it's more unique. It never gets old, and that's just another reason that you should have this album. So whether it's because of the lyrics, the mood, the music, whatever, this is one of the greatest albums in hip-hop history. Go out and get yourself a copy of the Pharcyde's Bizarre Ride to the Pharcyde. Thank me later. Alright guys, for something new, we have a record I just picked up the other day at Other Music in New York City, and it is the self-titled debut from the group Widowspeak. When I first heard this record, the first artist that came to mind was Mazzy Star, and that's a good thing, because these songs are so beautifully textured. They have this amazing dream pop haze, and yet they retain this edge to them that wasn't always present with Mazzy Star. One of the really interesting things about this record is there's this kind of almost gunslinging Western undertone that goes through all the songs. It makes them sound like absolutely nothing else I've ever heard. The group also shows that they don't have to have these massive, complex walls of sound. When they strip it down to basically nothing more than a guitar and a sound effect in the background and a vocal, it is just as good, it is just as moving, it's just as intriguing. The vocals on this album are absolutely blissful. You can completely lose yourself in them, and yet they're not gonna lull you to sleep because they keep you engaged the entire time. She has an amazing voice. It demands to be listened to again and again. One of the other great aspects of this album is the way that the songs kind of sway from side to side, pulling you further and further in as every song goes by. They are so alluring, they're so beautiful, they're as perfect for driving across the country in a car as they are for setting the mood for an evening at home. On every level, this album is what dream pop is all about. It has that sonic beauty that you just can't get past and you can't get enough of, and yet it doesn't lull you to sleep in any way. The songs keep engaging you, they stay exciting, they stay fun, and you definitely want to hear this album again and again. So when it comes down to the buy it or borrow it scale, I absolutely recommend you go out and you buy yourself a copy of the self-titled debut from Widowspeak. It is a beautiful record. Your ears will love you. So go check out the album. If you dig it, Widowspeak is on tour right now with the Vivian Girls, another group you're definitely going to want to check out. So if they're coming to your area, go see them. It'll be a great night of music. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, why don't you click right up there and subscribe to my channel. I'm doing this twice a week, every single week. If you have a comment, we got space. It's down there. Use it. That's what it's there for. If you want to email me, go right ahead at thedailyguru@gmail.com. You can check out my writing every single day where I write about the best songs ever written at thedailyguru.net, and we'll see you guys next week.